Cut that corny shit off. It's just a placeholder, y'all. Can y'all hear me? Because StreamYards is trash. Let's just keep that funky. Press 1 if you can hear me. Wonderful. I saw 1. I appreciate that. Y'all, I can't stand Mondays. I've never been able to stand Mondays, but this is the deal. Now that I'm grown and old, Mondays, first of all, you mammies, or if you're here, can y'all please stop slamming those car doors first thing in the morning? I know you got your whole family strapped to your back, but some of us divested ladies, we trying to sleep in. Stop slamming that goddamn car door. Stop it. And if you can't do it for us, can you please do it for your Dusty? Because I know he's in there sleep too. You don't want if you don't give a fuck whether I sleep or not, that's okay. But I know you care whether his Dusty ass gets some sleep. So stop slamming the car. Quit with that sorry ass radio too. Playing the clean version of WAP on your way to wherever you going. I hate it. Close the door gently and go take care of that Dusty. Point blank, period. Now that I got that off my chest, y'all will not believe. First of all, welcome y'all. Good to see y'all. Who we got up in here today? I see all the regulars are up in here. I appreciate y'all so much. I see K Sloan. It won't let me go past K Sloan. Bridge Burner, Question and Research. Jupiter in Motion, Lady Posh. My girls are here. Love it. Elise Harris. Sammy Dizzle. Hey. Hey, Scrink. How you doing? Dr. Ken, Uniquely Me, AP, Bronx, New York. Is that what that means? Alamaz B. Hey, I saw that you wrote earlier that I didn't see the dude that cooked the heart and gave it to the family. I posted about it. What a disgusting ass piece of shit. But we already know that. I'm sounding redundant at this point. All right, who we got? Cosmetic Chic. I said Shrink already. Nubian Blake Williams. Mother Speaks. Olga 1525. Lady Armand. Y'all know I'm going to put y'all comments up here. So if I didn't mention you, that's because, like I said, StreamYards is dusty. Now, the psychology community, they don't know that they've defined Dusties as psychopaths, but they have. Okay? So I'm going to go over a brief list with y'all. Matter of fact, I'm going to share my screen. Let me know if the sound goes out because this right here, StreamYards, do better, please. All right, can y'all see that? I got this article from bustle.com. Okay, it says 15 signs of a psychopath, psychopathic tendencies. Okay, you're gonna think that they're describing Dusties, BMs, and the sort. Let's go. They lack empathy altogether. Who that sound like? Number 2, they're constantly aggressive. I don't even have to explain that. Number 3, they're incredibly impulsive. Dusties lack impulse control. Before you know it, they hitting on you, they grabbing your ass, they saying some shit that's all out of whack. They literally have Tourette syndrome. No impulse control whatsoever. They seek out thrills. Everybody remember the knockout game? Yeah, they seek out thrills. Number 5, they have manipulative tendencies. Self-explanatory. You would think whoever this psychologist is was standing in Blackistan taking notes. Number 6, they commit criminal acts. What? That's dust. Number 7, they turn on the charm. Hey, queen. Hey, beautiful. All of you have received an inbox with that stupid shit. Number 8, they have shallow emotions. What that means is they don't have the capacity to think any deeper. So all they have is anger and elation. They only have a very small range of emotions. Number 9, they demonstrate insincere speech. Again, self-explanatory. Girl, you know, you the finest thing in here. Everything is about getting something from you. You can sit there and look like a goddamn ogre and they're going to tell you a 10 until they get what they need from you. Number 10, they avoid responsibility and blame others. Holy shit. Holy shit. Let me say that again. They avoid responsibility and blame others. The white man, my baby mama, the police, anybody but me. Number 11. Oh, shit. I'm about to catch the Holy Ghost. They have an inflated sense of self-worth. Homeboy, you're not worth the piss you just let out after you jumped that 211. They have an inflated sense of self-worth. We have in church. They're pathological liars. What? Uh-oh. They exhibit promiscuous sexual behavior. The dudes that got 3 and 4 baby mamas and 2 STDs, yeah, they exhibit promiscuous sexual behavior. Number 14, they don't have goals other than that fucking mixtape at 40. They live hand to mouth, day to day, pillow to post, and want you to fill in the gaps. Number 14, they don't have goals. And last but certainly not least, they live a parasitic lifestyle. Everybody around them must contribute to their survival. You know what a parasite is. It can't live unless you live. So if you live, sustain me, baby mama, real mama, grandmama, girlfriend, whoever. And these days, boyfriend. God damn it. So let me stop the screen share so we can get into this shit here. Let me copy and paste the link. I know that's a lot to ingest, but God damn it, it's the truth with an F, not TH, F. There you go. I've shared the link. Ladies, when I saw that article, I'm like, okay, I feel triggered because they looking directly into the Black community. There was not one single thing that they mentioned that is not a characteristic of your neighborhood Dusty. Not one. I tried to take one away. All of them fit. Every single last one of them. So I say all that to say this. If you're still entertaining them, maybe you're a psychopath. Huh? Maybe you're a psychopath at this point. This was an unbiased, didn't mention race ass article. And they said that your cousin, your daddy, your uncle, and that dude you might just give a chance because he said something nice to you is a fucking psychopath. All right? Nubia, you know I'm telling the truth, honey. Welcome, Armenti. How are you? See you in a bit. Do scream. Latifah Wood, scream your ass off. Because guess what? This is the facts. Those are the facts. Excuse me, y'all. Just having a little bit of technical difficulties. But y'all used to that shit. I'm always having technical difficulties. Thank you. The Mammy Slayer is in the building. Thank you so much. I'm letting them into up here. Give me a second, y'all. Welcome, darling.
Hi.
I know you got something to add to this.
Yeah, you know what? Could you drop the link? Because what I peeped about it was, excuse me, I don't want to be rude. How are you doing, Divest?
I'm awesome, baby. I am awesome. I don't fuck with black men, so I'm having a great day.
I understand. Yes, same here. Well, I got to see these with Dusties out the door, so I have to pretend like okay, you know. But anyway, the point is the order of how it would saying that this is the 15 signs of the psychopath.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like the order of how it all is introduced before it builds up. It's like number 1 is at the bottom and number 15 is at the top, and 15 will represent when the psychopath tendencies is just off the roof. You understand?
I do.
Because what was the first one again? Because I wanted to just read it out loud to say what I'm talking about.
Okay, let me pull it back up for you. Not a damn problem. I could have added to this, okay, because I saw the one that says sociopath as well. Every last one of those applied too. It was disgusting and stomach churning. The first one is lack of empathy. Remember now, it was someone in my inbox. I can't remember who it was, but she sent me an article about how they were just punching old Asian people in the face in the Bay Area. You have to have no empathy to hit an elderly person in effort to knock them out. They don't have empathy, but that was number 1.
Okay. That is when he has a hand problem. When you're on a date with him and he's touching you, or he, you know what I'm saying? Or he think it's okay to kind of touch you or ask very invasive questions. That's the first thing that I heard for number 1. And what was number 2?
Number 2 was constantly aggressive. Now that right there is undisputable.
I just said
they don't even know how to ask you to pass the salt without sounding like they on a 1990s gangster rap album. Number 3 was incredibly impulsive.
I want to see you. Let's meet. Let's do this. Let's do that. What's just good? Can I get your number? Yes.
No plans. Just show the fuck up. They don't have anywhere to go. They don't have any goals. They don't have a job. So yeah, they can meet up at any time. Okay. Yes. They seek out thrills. That's number 4. Number 5 was they have manipulative tendencies. That's really self-explanatory.
Okay, seek out thrills is to me them not having a condom, but they wanna bone.
That too.
Too.
Number 6 was criminal acts. All of them got a goddamn mugshot.
They all got a story about the police, or sometimes they get arrested or have a police situation while you with them.
Oh,
yeah, this shit.
I've never entertained them like that, so that sounds like a fucking nightmare.
No, I know women who they'll meet a guy and damn near he about to get locked up while they just met him. Yeah, it's crazy out here.
They turn on the charm.
Oh yeah. We they're phony.
Hey, queen. They have shallow emotions. They have zero range. It's either they happy or fucking angry.
That's why they always are so quick to tell you that they love you, because they don't feel it, but they think that that's their way of, because you feel it as a, that's just how they think. You're a woman, you feel it, but this is how I'm just going to use you, so I'm just going to say it. Yeah.
Number 9 was they demonstrate insincere speech. That goes along with the lies to me, honestly.
Yeah, the lies. Just sometimes they try you and say little slick stuff. Like the true self starts to come out with the insincere speech. That's what I hear. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. They avoid personal responsibility and blame others.
Oh, girl, we already know what that one is. How many times do they tell baby mama stories? She want money, showing you text messages. She want money, or so, just lousy excuses. Yes,
baby mamas are supposed to get money. They're so fucking weird. Anyway, they have an inflated sense of self-worth.
Oh my gosh, girl, where do we begin with that one?
In the pit of hell where they came from.
The high value man is a inflated opinion of self-worth.
Well, when they were about 6 years old, their mammy told them that they were God's gift to women, and they carry on with that. My sister is a high school teacher. Okay, it does not matter what the problem is. If the dude is a teenage Dusty, his mother's gonna come up here and tell you why the teacher ain't no good. He's not learning because of her. It's not because he show up 3 sheets to the wind. It's because of her. And you didn't give him enough time. And the instructions weren't clear. It's always something.
And yes, K Sloan, love bombing is definitely a part of. I know what you were saying when I was talking. Okay, what's the next one, Elliot?
The next one is pathological liars.
Okay, yeah, girl.
Promiscuous sexual behavior.
Their promiscuous sexual behavior is disturbing. I mean, sex workers don't even want to deal with them.
I agree. Let me tell you something, y'all. I'm always saying I'm old. I know y'all tired of hearing me say that, but I'm old as fuck. So when I first heard of booty eating, it was from these Dusties. I'm like, they want their ass. Okay, they gonna eat the woman's ass. It was they wanted their ass ate. It blew me away.
Oh yeah.
Lord help me.
Yeah, they yeah. I never did no shit like that because I don't do booty play. Okay, not over here. I don't do booty play. But yeah, I know women who've done it. Yeah.
And they do it with so many people till it's like some of them look like they got Rice Krispie treats around their damn mouth because you can't tell whether it's herpes or what. God damn.
I know black men that wanted me to do them down with a dildo. Girl.
Pick me up off the floor, somebody. They don't have goals. It's number 14.
Girl, that should have been at the bottom.
Well, when they first get started in life, why should I make goals? They're not gonna let the white man. They're not gonna let me do that. I can't open a store. I can't open a school. Shout out to Dr. Umar. Your school looks beautiful, by the way. Sarcasm intended.
Yep, the lights and water's on. Kids look clean. Yeah, great job.
And last but not least, a parasitic lifestyle. Y'all already know what that is.
They are parasitic by their presence.
Mm-hmm. They suck all the energy out of the room.
That's why I know I feel the way I feel in my neighborhood because their presence is just it just sucks the life out of you.
I can't deal with it. But that right there is scientific proof that they are indeed psychopaths. So I don't know really what else to tell you. If I see you with one, I just have to side eye you. Do you remember the other day when I put up to know a mammy is to know a psychopath? I hadn't even saw this article yet.
You sure did with the SpongeBob chicken thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I hadn't even seen this article. So when you say he's this, they out to get him. No, bitch, you're a fucking psychopath right along with him. So by default, as a black male identified woman, you are a psychopath. There is no other way to put it. We kind of already knew that, but now you got proof. Okay.
Yeah. It's the mammies that love them are just mentally ill. It's being confirmed. You know what I'm saying?
Logos Defense League says they aren't masterminds. They're more like animals. And that's a fact. That would be called racist if I actually named the animal, but you know what I'm talking about. The thing is, I don't want to disrespect the animal. Okay, because I've seen some of those. They start with an A and end with an E, actually providing for their children. Okay. Stains in the front and back of his underwear. That's a blaring red flag that you know. If you ignore that, you might as well give him a threesome with the dude.
This is serious shit because you know, I know we're laughing, but it's not funny, especially when you've experienced this, but you can laugh at it because you're not experiencing it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is real. And it's more scary to me because we see the conditions of the Black community and the sweeping under the rug of sexual abuse. And that's what's dangerous to me about this. You
It's
know what I
never
mean?
going to change. I need y'all to know that. That's never going to change. It's always going to be this way.
Yeah. And it always, do you ever notice with the Black community, the topic of children's sexual or underage violation always comes up? And it's a debate about it. It's an argument. It's a going back and forth. I'm like, y'all have a fetish for this in slavery.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all have a fetish for this. But girl, did you see the video I sent you? I don't want to take the show off topic.
Which one?
The one with the trans
Yes.
woman.
That was absolutely ridiculous. If you have to compete with, you know, them, quote unquote, for your man is not straight. Knock it off. Welcome to the panel, Beat. I've never seen you up here before, so what's up?
Hey guys, I was here last week.
Oh, okay. Did you change your username?
Yeah, I did. I think it keeps asking me for a new one, so I was like, okay, let me just add. I can't even remember what I made it last time, so I was like, I'll just add whatever is.
I was going to say, I know I'm old, but I ain't got Alzheimer's.
Hi,
Welcome
guys,
to the panel,
sorry.
JoJo.
I'm gonna let you guys continue.
Well, what you got to add to this, beautiful?
I haven't got much to add right now. I just want to say, you know, I was on here last time and I absolutely loved everything. I probably got a little bit carried away and said a lot of personal things that I shouldn't have said. But either way, it was such a great live, and I really appreciate and
not a problem. This is a safe space. Nobody knows exactly who you are. You could come here and vent, and that's what I really want y'all to do. That and leave these niggas alone. But anyways.
Love it. I'm in the background. I'm here.
Okay. Speak on it, JoJo. You might be muted. Can she hear us? Can you hear us?
I'm sorry. I was on mute. I thought y'all was hearing me this whole time.
No.
But like I said, I've seen this behavior up close and personal, so I know they're telling the truth.
The thing is, it matches to a T.
Yeah.
It matches to a T.
Yeah, it's actually a little bit too much on the nose. You question if they actually interviewed some people for this.
Could be. The thing is, the way our community is set up, well, that community is set up, because I left a long time ago. The way they operate is, you can say something like, okay, let me give you an example. Excuse me, sir. You're going to have to put on a mask before we get started. That alone can turn into a goddamn shootout. They are so emotionally unstable. They want to say you picking on them, you singling them out. If I was white, you wouldn't ask me to put on a mask. Stupid shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
A video just came out. One of them going crazy.
For what?
Going crazy in a convenience store. I guess the way that it sounded, I think he wasn't wearing a mask.
Wow.
And there was some Spanish speaking people up in there. He going crazy. No, talk shit in English. Do this in sir. Why are you yelling at these people in their shit?
Because they're psychopaths. We got concrete proof that they psychopaths now.
Just a lunatic. And I don't know which one of the women on the panel said something about that trans woman.
I did.
I'm so tired of that.
That shit funny to me. You dirty black bitches.
The only video I've seen was when the YouTuber Yanni reacted to it. And she recorded it and put it out. I'm sitting here looking like...
It only took 3 seconds for him to call black women bitches. 3 seconds.
And it was the same... I'm sorry. It was the same rhetoric. I apologize, Elliot. That most of these Dusties be doing. He just had a damn nice, pretty wig on, nice background, clean
Is this the
house.
one that was like going crazy about black women and saying how black women, we're so unattractive and we are undesirable? Is this the one?
We're ugly. White men don't want us. Asian men don't want us.
It's the same. It's the same talking point as straight black men. The same talking point.
What a damn but I want y'all to pay attention. He just had a lace front on and some titties. There's no difference. There's no difference.
Trying to look like a whole black woman while saying that black women are undesirable.
Thank
black
you.
women are so undesirable. Why on God's green earth are you trying to look and be one?
Bitch, you want to be us? Shut up.
It's crazy.
And then a Jamaican man at that. That's a transgender woman. You know I'm cracking the fuck up. You know I'm on the floor.
He was Jamaican?
Wow.
He's Jamaican, yes.
Tree.
God, damn.
What he say? Tree.
The thing is, yeah, you can't sit there and say black women are this, black women are that, whilst actually actively changing your entire gender to be a black woman, because it's not like you can change your gender and then be transracial as well and be like, well, I'm actually a white woman. It doesn't work that way. If you're going to be a trans woman and you're black, you're automatically going to become a figure of a black woman. So why on God's green earth would you think that somehow you can now start insulting? Listen, at the end of the day, I think the animosity comes from the fact that black men don't want to marry them. Black men they can't procreate with them because they love to do that. So they can't do that either. So they pretty much can't do anything with them. So automatically these trans women are going to have some kind of animosity towards the whole situation. Who's the easiest person to blame? The women. They create a fantasy of a competition which just does not exist.
You ever notice when a Dusty wants to become a woman, they become the women that they complain about?
Mm-hmm.
The loud, the too much makeup, the wig, all the stuff that they actually hate about actual black women, they become that as soon as they, decide they want to be one.
Yeah. Same pathology. That's why I wasn't even offended. I think I even said that. I was like, this is the same. If you think this is not Tyroch or Gloctavius, it is. He's just wearing a wig now and he's doing this whole high-pitched voice. It's the same pathology. It's the same psyche. It's just reimagined. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's the exact same. Like you sitting there talking down and then go as far as to blame us for the reason why they're killing you. No, they're killing you because these men want you in private and you keep voicing them out.
Yeah, but here's the thing too. Listen, black man.
That's why they're killing
black woman. Yeah, black man and a trans black woman is a match made in heaven, like the black man and the white woman. Okay, I'm all for it. I just want black women to pay attention to the message and the same behavior. Forget all that other stuff, bitches, and all that other stuff. That's what I'm getting at. And I don't mean to sound so loud, y'all. I'm just a passionate speaker. But I just want y'all to just pay attention to that, because what she also was saying is, like, they want us and nobody wants you. Mm-hmm. The same way that they talk to us. The same, like she said, psychopath shit.
Yeah.
Blaming.
Yeah, I even said it in the comment section of the video. I was like, same talking points as the black man, I wonder why.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And you know what? The funny thing about it is, what gets me the most is black women have the highest HIV rates in the US. And I think even in the UK, I think they have the highest rates, but that could be more because of the diaspora and all of that kind of stuff, and African immigrants. But they have black American women, I think it's like the second or the third highest killer. And it's all because of this very culture. It all goes in together. People on the DL, men who are sleeping with trans women, men who are faking that they're not gay, but they actually are, all men who are bisexual and they're not open and honest about that. It's all feeding into black women having really high rates when it comes to STDs, when it comes to particularly HIV.
If you're lying about your sexuality in this day and age, you're just a fucking liar, because this is the best time ever for LBGT, ever. So if you're still lying about that, that's a you issue.
Exactly. Talking and like again, kept blaming us over and over again. oh, well, you're the reason why they won't come out. We ain't got nothing to do with this. We got nothing to do with this. You just want to be claimed in public so damn bad.
But we're the easiest target. That's what it is. They'd rather be angry at us for them. Someone said on Twitter that you guys will literally get killed for texting first, and then you'll blame us for it. Like, that's literally what it is. They have to blame someone, but they can't blame the D that they want. They have to blame anything adjacent to that. Black single mothers. I saw a tweet where a guy said black single mothers as a cause for homophobia. What the hell?
What?
In the black community. Black
mothers are the ones who are accepting y'all. It's y'all fathers that's beating y'all. You know what?
This is it. By themselves. No one actually... I've seen black men be homophobic all by themselves. It's absolutely nothing to do with black women. That is a personal choice. Since when did black men become invalids that they cannot make decisions for themselves to say that I'm going to be homophobic or I'm not going to accept this person or that person? Since when did that influence come from just black women? It's ridiculous.
First of all, the reason why I know about trans because I just know about that life when I was like 19, 20, younger. A lot of people didn't really know about the trans life. I started hearing about transgender and all that stuff from black men anyway. Black men never even talked about that because they didn't know nothing about that lifestyle unless they knew about that lifestyle. It was black men that was advocating, say, look at this, that's a man. Look at this picture, that's a man. It was them that did that shit. We do. Black women
so nice. It says black women, yes, need to stop being so nice, and that's to all detractors, okay, and that includes mammies. I try to, not go so hard on them, but if you say anything positive about that dude, then I'm going to take your edges and drag you from one in the room to the next, and that's just what it is.
I be trying my best to support black women, but I swear I be wanting to report a mammy's YouTube page so damn bad.
Jessica
They're always in their car any damn way. I don't know what the hell that's about. They always in their car talking with the door open sometimes.
Jessica X is not black. That bitch is biracial, and I'm tired of her running her mouth.
And what's worse is that she's biracial with Nigerian.
Are y'all talking about Jessica?
Yes.
Yeah. She's biracial with a Nigerian father and a white mother, and she apparently just, as far as I know, she just moved to East London. I used to live in East London. It's the freaking ghetto. There's like nowhere. There's a few nice places within East London, and for me, I can admit, like, my mom used to be like, "Why on God's green earth? I raised you in a nice part. Why would you want to go and live in the ghetto?" And I was just like, "Well, I want to be in London, and it's the cheapest place." And that's where she lives right now. And to be fair, she has absolutely no room to talk here. There's no one drop rule. You're either biracial or you're black. It's like distinctive lines. So she's just pandering just to make a voice for herself. She's just doing the whole scamming thing, which I think she must have learned from somewhere.
From what I understand, she's in her early 20s. That's the saddest part about that, because that's your prime time. You know, that's your prime time. I can't tell y'all what me and my better half was doing in my 20s. We was getting it in. There was no sitting there. It was, I mean, I can't believe she is who she says she is, because that does not match. I think she's like 25. Man, 25, I wouldn't have been sitting in front of no computer. Caping for Dusties, you know.
Lying. And I've said this before, and I'm gonna say it again. She lying. She don't look like that, and she ain't living how she say she living. Because do you think even now, like I am over, like I'm going to the gym, I'm getting myself together, getting my body right. But even being overweight, I had niggas paying for me. What is you talking about, girl? I'm not gonna be sitting in no front of no computer, pandering to Dusties.
This is it. But I think, you know why it's easy for her to do that? Because she's in the UK and she's pandering to American Dusties.
Thank you.
So she's so far removed. She's very removed from what she's actually doing. She's not pandering to the UK ones, because the UK ones aren't even on the internet. I mean, the UK ones don't even have screen names that match their own names. Like, they'll have some stupid shit like Trigger Tyrone or some crap like that as their username. She knows exactly what she's doing. Like, she's on a hustle, and that's how I'm viewing her and taking her, really.
Until I see otherwise, I think that's a white girl. I'm just gonna keep it real, and I've always thought that.
And
For
it
real,
could be.
because she's their preference. Like you
definitely
are, and I'm sorry, whoever I interrupted, I'm sorry.
No,
Like,
sorry.
You are their preference, and you're not gonna cam up.
Right.
You're their preference. You are this little petite, according to your picture, you're a very attractive biracial woman who wear little to no makeup. You got your natural hair. Like, you're their preference. You are exactly what they want, but you are afraid to cam up. You are not who you say you are. You're just not.
It's true.
I think that's a 30-year-old white divorcee that's real angry. I'm serious. I think she's in her 30s. It's a full white woman, and I think she is just disgruntled. Maybe some sister came and snatched up that goddamn fine ass white boy.
Oh, I'm dead.
Like, and another thing is, why does everybody keep throwing this in our face? Oh, well, everybody want a black man. Everybody want a black man. Nobody wants y'all. Then go and shut the hell up already.
That's one thing.
Down, and that's it. They call you mud sharking. They call it mud sharking. They call fucking you mud sharking. Please shut the fuck up.
Or snow bunnies. Money, if your money funny, get you a snow bunny.
Girl.
Oh,
let me say this to black women.
And self-respecting white women don't even take that as a compliment.
No, and see, here's the thing, black women. I think some things we need to let go. If some old white Puerto Rican woman like J-Lo wants to say, I'm black. Okay, you black, whatever. We got so much other things to care about. And I think people are pulling us down and distracting us with stuff that, like, should we care? But the thing is,
it's like the building is burning. The building is literally burning for black women. And we veering off into all this other shit. I personally, like I say every time we go live, the most important thing is removing yourself from out that burning building. Get the fuck out of there immediately.
And see, I'm a woman first. I'm gender first, but I have to say this: it's them damn mammies. They have his characteristic. They're so male-identified. They're so oversensitive. They're so quick to march. They gotta defend if the trans gotta say something about black men. They just can't shut up.
Yep, and it's not love though. It's fear. It's pure fear. They are afraid of losing them. Like, even way back, it's almost every predominantly black film you will see from the 90s all the way up till today. You hear a black woman say the same thing. We're losing our men.
Fuck them.
It's conditioning though. Like, I had to fight against
mentally. He's mentally lost inside himself.
Exactly.
That's what
I had to fight my conditioning, because it's conditioning. You are conditioned to not only stay alongside the black man's side no matter what he does, but you are conditioned that if you don't fall in line, another race of woman just gonna swoop in and take him away.
Someone told me just before we move on, what is our men? That's what I want to know.
Girl, I don't know.
I do not know.
Our men. Who is our men? That's all I want to know. Literally, I want these mammies to answer me and tell me if there's any mammies who have decided to jump onto the live. I just want to know who is our men, because for
the black man, our men.
Let me share the link again. Mammies, if you out there, I'm posting the link again. I know you're here because I'm looking at the dislike. So click the link and so we can get you divested.
Girl, but it's black men that will come straight to your live just to hate. Like, what is you doing all of this for? I thought everybody wanted you. Why are you here?
The doors of the church are open.
And you know,
the worst thing, what is our men? And the mammies are the ones that best tell us, because they're the ones that love to use all of that our men rhetoric and I always correct black men when I hear them say our women. I'm like, no, hold on 1 second. It's your woman, the woman you impregnated, the woman you married, if you have, the woman who gave birth to you, the woman who is your sister. That's your woman. There's no.
Somebody sound like they juggling their phone. Who juggling their phone?
Oh, my bad. I was opening something.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I just want to know. Yeah, so I think DZ, you've already put it out there. If someone wants to come on and say who our men is, I would love to know, because this is not an army.
They ain't got no men.
They don't even have. Okay, anybody who knows a mammy's life, They are lost, and twisted. Okay. Their lives and their ways with men is they get the most played and disrespected left and right. They try to when they get pregnant, they try to use oysters and crazy stuff to get abortions and herbs. Okay.
What the fuck?
They are twisted. The men that they want don't even want them. Okay. And they always got some man they love, but it's like, where he at? They are so delusional. It's never a dull moment. I don't hear this with them. And then the Dusties, you know what they do to them? Even if they find one that they really love, you know what he do? He want polygamy now.
And and they're getting it. They're getting it
over.
And they're trying to push, and I mean, they are trying to push it on us something terrible. They are trying to push it on us like you wouldn't believe. Like you need to share, and they keep using that one lady, Shahrazad Ali. I mean,
you had it right first. Shit Ali.
They keep trying to use her against us. Well, she's a black woman, and she said you need to share us, bitch. I didn't want to share you when I wanted you.
I told you I think it's a little black man up under her hat.
It is.
Welcome to the panel, Island Girl.
Like in Ratatouille.
Go ahead and hit the mic.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
First of all, about that whole polygamy thing, that has to be a joke. Like, half these men don't even want to take care of one child. Did you see that that show on, was it TLC or whatever, with the guy with the 5 wives? He provided for all of them equally. So what's this with the polygamy?
Because the truth about polygamy for them is it's about sex and sexual freedom and no sexual boundaries, to have sex with everybody, men and even their own children. That's why they want to go far away without the responsibilities of paying the bills. And that's why they create this whole growing food and all this kind of stuff type of lifestyle. But it's for them to do their sexual deviance. How many times have you heard people that live that lifestyle, and what are they doing? Look at the Dusty Black Month history. They always fucking their own kids.
Let me say this real quick. I
recently saw that. I was disgusted.
Ice cream cake. Believe it or not, Shahrazad Ali is married.
Yeah, with 10 children.
She is literally a mule. I think he's sick now, and she's taking care of him. But she's been married for a long time to a Dusty.
And he ugly. I showed you that picture too,
And there was a woman who, I think it was the Island Girl that spoke about them having sex with their own kids.
Yep.
She don't know, like, there's this one woman who went public about her story a few years ago. She got 3 whole kids by her daddy. 3 whole kids. He was a cult leader, and the cult was ran within his home, and it was just his family that fell under his rule. And he had 2 daughters and a son, I believe. But yeah, he was raping his eldest child, and she had 2 kids by her daddy. And she thought to kill this man because he started grooming her younger sister. And she looking at him like, I'm raising 2. At the time, she was raising 2 of his kids.
That sounds like the dude from Black History Month this month, y'all. That's who y'all talking about?
I cannot. No, he's nobody famous. He's nobody famous.
Okay. That's even.
She went public with her story a few years ago. And you know, one of them black people that put like the dots in the middle of their head and got dreads and like super hotep. Like that's the type that they were. And yeah, he was raping her. They got 3 kids and all of that. He's in prison now.
Well,
it sounds just like that guy. It sounds just like him.
But that's what they do it for. That's what the whole going natural and going out in the field and all that is for. It's for sex. It's all for the sexual deviance. They show you every day. It's in everybody's face that Nature Boy is fucking his own kids, or he will be. And people are just watching that.
I don't go.
Oh, they praise Nature Boy. The Manosphere praise that dude.
Yeah,
of course they do.
But he looks so disgusting and unkept. I just am like, who in the world will want to be around somebody like that without running water? Like, yuck! I just can't.
Well, I'm glad that is happening, because whether he looked like Nature Boy, guess what? They all fucking Nature Boy. Even if he a lawyer, a doctor, got on a suit calling himself a high value man. They all think like that, and they all want to live just like him. Just be honest with yourself. All of them.
That's
Yeah, they do.
They all are nature boys, and they're showing you who they are. And this is who their mammies like. Like, this is what they're sick. The mammies are sick too. They're pedophiles too. Nobody's calling that out. I will. They're pedophiles
shit.
too.
Oh shit, here we go.
And you allow your girl child, these women allow their daughters to go through that. They did that.
Because they would rather their daughter go through pain without. This is why, and look, this is why people hate Tyler Perry so much, because he will throw the dysfunction in your damn face. Like, there was a scene, and I think it was Medea's family reunion, where this daughter told in detail how her mother allowed the boyfriend, the husband, to rape her so he wouldn't leave.
Mm-hmm.
That happens in the Black community rapidly. Now, I'm lucky enough not to have a mother like that, but that happens in the Black community rapidly. He will throw that's why they don't like him, because he will throw the dysfunction in your damn face.
See, as a mother who's protective and you watch men, you can see what men are looking at your daughters inappropriately, and you know who to keep away from your daughters and your sons too, your children, period. Okay? Because
They use their daughters to get men, and it's sick.
What?
Yeah.
Ugh.
And this is the thing. The women have to be mindful of man's trickery and what he uses. Like, this psychopath thing is like, basically know that, but even mothers and women have to be careful about men's trickery. Men don't like children. If a man shows too much liking of a child, you gotta be leery of that, especially Black men, because they don't like their own fucking kids. And if they love their kids, when he does really love his children, he does not. It's like he doesn't put that out there to the world. But if you're his baby mother, you can see and know that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. Whoever's not talking, put yourself on mute real quick. Let me tell you something, y'all. And this is kind of deep. The reason Dusties like fondling children is because children don't expect them to show up and do anything. They don't expect them to come and provide, or you get what I'm saying? Kids don't require anything. It's no fight back. So that's why there are higher numbers of Dusties that touch children than other groups, because they can easily impress a child, confuse a child, brainwash a child. They're easy targets. And because Black men are always broke and whatever else, they need easy targets.
I have another perspective of that too, as a mother. See, a mother can see her son's sexual deviance, okay? And there are mothers that allow their sons to have their sexual deviance. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Of course.
There are women that do not nip it in the butt or teach the son early what's appropriate and what's not. That's a part of the game too. And I'm not trying to go too deep here, but see, women, mammies, can use their sons to do their evil fucking deeds. I've talked about this, and it's a lot, but I'm telling you, these women know that they have sexually deviant sons. Be mindful of a woman who has sons, and she always wants girls to come to the house. Her sick ass is secretly trying to get your daughter fondled on.
It's like a dungeon. It's like a sex dungeon.
Right.
Because she's the madam.
Right. So my sons, I've raised them respectfully. Like, one time they was playing with this little girl and they was hiding under the little playground, but you could still see them. And I was standing there while they were playing, and the mother was standing there with her daughter. But that showed the mother that I'm watching them and I don't allow that. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got women, they see their sons molest other people's children, do inappropriate things to other people's children, and they will never tell the mother. These are mothers with sons. I'm telling you the real deal.
They always protect the predators.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Especially even if they sense, let me try to deep again. Especially if they even sense that the girl may be violated herself and then she, you know, then have sex with her son because she's been violated, she still won't tell. I had this happen in my family. I had a cousin that was violated at 6 by a stepfather, some bastard, and then she sexually tried to come on to one of her son, my cousin, but she caught them. You see what I'm saying?
That shit is diabolical.
Yes,
it's diabolical.
Right, but this is the real truth to why the Black woman with sons is hated the most, because she knows. And I'm here to tell you, as a mother with sons that's raising my sons the proper way and doing it the best way I can, these mothers know.
I feel sorry for y'all. Y'all, you know, because the world is gonna see them, and automatically, because of the rest of these Dusties, they're gonna catch hell. Especially off of newly divested Black women. Like I said last stream, the young girls ain't playing this shit with them at all.
That's why I said, like, pick-me's and the mammies are just as freaking bad, because they sit there, they know exactly what's going on. Like she said, you could pick up on it and you have to nip it in the bud immediately. But no, I don't know why this community decides all the time to protect the not the perpetrator, basically. Like, it's just disgusting. Like, and somebody even wrote in the comment section about mammies in the church are the worst. And growing up in church, let me tell you, they are more worried about looking a certain way to the congregation than protecting their own children. And I've seen that firsthand. And growing up, I heard of a story of someone in the church that basically they said was he was assaulting his daughters. And let me tell you, he never went to jail. They just talked about it and they kept it under wraps. And I found out basically after I left. And that's
Does any one of you know any Dusty that has done time for doing something sexually deviant? I don't. Not unless they were a story on the internet.
I know a woman whose son violated his daughter. Okay? The girl told her, because that was her grandchild, and she took in the grandchildren and never reported the son. And this nigga's still walking around, and I hate him to this day. And I'm like, why is he still? So he blamed it because the mother left and went to go be with a woman. They're deviant. They plot this shit out because these women are stupid and fall into their fake emotions.
Mammies, the offer still stands. I'm here for it.
And I'm going to call it out. Mammies are molesters too. That's really the truth. They are molesters and rapists too. And they are part of it. And they're the gatekeepers.
They are completely complicit with those. And you know what's funny? There's something that I actually want to unearth about mammies as well that a lot of people don't talk about. You know, if you go and speak to some of these men and you ask them, how old were you when you lost your virginity? And how old was the female? And a lot of them will tell you that, oh, I was like 9, 10 years old. And it was my babysitter and she was like 16 or 18. You know, there's a lot of them. I've heard it so many times to this point where I'm just like, we're actually missing out a section of mammies.
Oh, yeah.
Who are actually molesters as well. Where they got it from, I don't know. But I guarantee you, if you speak to a lot of these grown men, they'll be boasting about you. Because I'm always like, how on earth are you 12 or 8, 9, 10 talking about you lost your virginity to someone who was 16 and you're boasting about it like it was something big? Hold on one second. You were actually molested.
Yep.
You were molested. But you haven't actually internalized the fact that that was illegal and it should not have been happening to you at that time. And some of them is even grown women, even older than teenager.
That comedian Kev on stage, he actually mentioned that because, you know, with the whole Me Too movement, you know, he said as when he was younger, he would be like, okay, yeah, this is what the boys do or whatever. But he said when he grew up, he realized like he was actually molested by like, I guess, a friend of his sister that basically took them in a room and made them do stuff to her. And they didn't think anything of it because, you know, boys think it's, you know, a badge of honor, but it's actually molestation.
Because men don't see sex the same way that women do. This is why when women are like, oh, you're bisexual when you this and this and that and trans, they don't see sex that way. They see it as I'm just having sex. They can have sex with a man and still never see themselves as gay.
It's true. But you know what? I have a nephew who just became a teenager, and I'll tell you this: if a 16-year-old girl, even a 15-year-old girl, put his hands on him, I would literally snap her neck. That is disgusting. Like, I think there's a lot of things that people internalize that they don't really realize. And I think a lot of these mammies are the biggest perpetrators of that. And that's why they make so many excuses for the men, because they know themselves they're partaking in all this really nasty behavior when it comes just generally for them.
I'm going to tell you something about mammies. A lot of times they are bisexual. I will say that. And I noticed that mammies, if they have like a woman that they take under their wings to teach and all that stuff, she's usually between 8 to 10 years or something younger than her, or she's the youngest sister or somebody in the family or something. They have those pedophile traits about them. You know what I mean? So sometimes we can get to know people. It's not our fault, but in their case, it's not like that. They need some kind of narcissistic supply for them. You see,
but it's weird because I swear a lot of them probably have a background of some level of abuse by male family members. I'm not really, I'll still blame them, but I think they have that. I do. And I think that's what indoctrinated them into sexuality, and they really didn't understand it. And now it's just become free for all, and they're literally just going to target anybody for sex, regardless of whether they're a child or whether they're an adult.
It's that mammy's responsibility to get her grown ass in therapy.
Right. Now, and she blames herself for her molestation. And she tells it every time. She says, oh, that girl wanted that, or they shouldn't dress like that. She's blaming herself for her molestation. Yes.
Deflecting. Yeah. Deflecting.
Because the type of the Dusties that she's around, and she's taking on that psychopathic semen too. So she, you know what I'm saying, is driggling, it's going into her brain. Because
but the ones sorry, go ahead.
No, you got it.
No, I was gonna say the ones that make excuses for their sons, those are the ones that they get under my skin. Like, it's almost like acid under my skin. The ones that will I remember a friend telling me a story about how, you know, her male friend was accused of, like, you know, assaulting a girl, and the girl came to his house and she was like raising hell, and she was screaming outside the house, "You raped me, you raped me, you raped me." And, you know, his mom came outside and wanted to beat her because her mom just could not believe that her son would do something like that. And then years later, my friend found out that actually he had raped the girl. So it's crazy.
I want to say something. I have this thing called the son theory, and this doesn't involve race. This is just basically mothers with sons, or mostly sons, or the last group of children are sons. She doesn't have the same logical mind as a woman that has girls or mostly girls, and especially if she's a woman with all sons. And this is why when you're communicating with the woman with that XY chromosome in her from having those boys, this is why she sounds like a man sometime when you talk to her, or her actions is aggressive, and you're just like, wait a minute. But you understand what I'm saying? Because I'm going to tell you something. As another woman that I talked to that had sons, she was telling me about a grown-ass man who, I guess the woman tried to have sex with him, and he turned her down, and she ran and told people that he harassed her or whatever. And the first thing she said to me was, you have to think about this because you have sons. Well, for me, don't insult my intelligence and tell me that. You understand? Because I don't know that man, and he probably did something and I don't trust it. But because a woman has sons, the reason why a woman says that to you when you have a son is you have to understand that your son may do some stupid shit like this or get into some dumb shit like this. And this is the consequences of just having boy children, period. And I can be honest enough to say that, because see, if you express that, you know, like me, I hate black men, I actually hate all men, then you express those type of things, they go, but wait a minute, what about your son? Because he's going to grow up into a man. And the reality is, if he grows up to be just as dusty and fucked up and busty as these other ones, I ain't fucking with him. Exactly. But a lot of women don't want to talk like that.
No, they don't.
That's with you.
Everything turns into, oh, but what about your this? What about your that? I'm like, listen, I have Dusties in my own family that I don't even know how to freaking deal with. So you think if I don't know how to deal with the Dusties in my own family, I'm now gonna figure out how the hell to deal with the Dusties in the outside world whose actions don't affect me, but the Dusties within my own stratosphere actually affect me. Like, come on now, like it's like a black woman's position is made to be so impossible. It's like you should go this way, but go that way, but then go this way and then shuck that way. And it's just like, how are we supposed to figure it out? How?
Trigger warning, trigger warning. I'm a mother with sons. I'm a bust his head open. I'm a bust that nigga head open. I'm not playing with you.
Y'all, let me say this real quick.
Before the cops get there, you do some old dumbass shit.
Listen to what I'm saying real quick, y'all. Y'all finna die laughing. A couple of my family members found out about my channel, and those of you that are listening, I still don't fuck with you. Have a great day. Now write something in this chat or get your ass up here so I can tell you into your face. Y'all already know I don't hide how I feel about the community with y'all.
That's why we love you, DZ, because you just keep it all the way 100. You know what? Sometimes I listen to you and I'm like, if only I could have the platform to say the shit that you say to the people who I really feel need to hear it. But of course, we have to keep the peace, and I'm always the enemy because I'm divested. So, you know.
Girl, my laptop was open. My laptop was open, and and they was like, "What is this?" I'm like, "Oh, let me tell you what it is. It's the shit I say to y'all already. It's what I tell y'all to y'all face. What you thought I was gonna cower in the corner? And you keep talking like that, you're gonna show you where the door is, baby."
That's why.
I feel like that, and they know it.
Yeah. You are not on the fence about it. You are on the right side.
Yeah, I can't do it. Not with the people that think the Dusties in a family is better. The ladies that come here already know what the deal is. So take a look at your cousin when y'all get off of here, and hit me in the inbox. Let me know if your fucking cousin ain't Dusty. I bet he is. I'll send you that article. The nigga's Dusty.
Man, you gotta be honest, man. That's the thing about black women with sons, man. That's they hang up right there because they got that black son and they want to attach it to every black man. It's like, nah, that's not healthy. You can't be doing that. You're taking away your power as a mother. You understand the wisdom that I have? If my sons fuck up, then they just assholes. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm teaching them young as boys. I'm teaching my sons about gay and transgender and shit early. I was doing that early with them.
Well, you have to, because it's everywhere. You have to. Yeah. You can't ignore it.
I got to teach them soon about touching, right now my sons show respect. They're not at puberty yet, but I got to teach them about, self-control and, respect and how to treat a woman, all these kind of different things. Because see, one thing about having boys, man, especially black boys, is you're up against all the dusty ass niggas around them. You don't know what they showing or what they saying, no matter how much you try to protect them, especially if the father's in their life, Yeah. It gets a lot. Sometimes you just, I don't want to say that, but it gets become a lot, man.
And it's so interesting how they coddle these boys. And I mean, even in my own family, I see the examples of how they literally coddle the boys. I'm talking about paying big bills for the boys. And when they need money, they always go to the daughters. They basically treat their daughters like shit. But guess what? When you get old, guess who goes back to the home to take care of the parents? It's never the son. And then you come on YouTube and hear them talking about I don't really like my mama like that because her hair. I was on this wild clubhouse room where they said one of the reasons they hate their mother or they have some kind of fucked up relationship with their mom and they prefer other races is because when their mom came home from a long day of work, she took her wig off and put it down.
What the hell does that have to do with anything?
Girl, can I tell you something? As a mother with sons, women are coddling their animalistic behavior. These women know when they have psycho, crazy ass sons. So they coddle and they coddle and they coddle Because you know at an early age, you can see at an early age what you're going to go through with your son. I'm going to tell you now, before they hit puberty. So mothers that coddle and coddle and coddle, what is going on is it's like they're taming the beast by manipulating and keeping him calm and all this stuff. That's why mothers are so relieved when sons get girlfriends.
I'll just call the police on mothers that won't do right by their sons. I'm gonna call the police on your son. I'm gonna exaggerate the story and tell them that your son was, doing the most. And I'm gonna conjure up some tears and I'm gonna get your son fucked up. So raise your son right.
This is it. I think that has to be the way forward. And you know what the goodness is? I think a lot of the younger, these Gen Z divested girls, like they're onto that. They're like, I see them all the time when they're talking about, oh, this one did da, 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 da. They're like, listen, I'll just call the police. If they're not talking about being armed and having tasers and all of that, they're like, I'm just gonna call the police. And I think that's the best way. But you have to know how to call the police as a Black woman, especially. You have to know how to milk that. Like,
oh, trust me,
go into your inner Karen. Your inner Karen is going to be what is going to help you in that scenario. As long as you're able to play the victim and just be like, do you know what? Not even play the victim, but literally portray yourself as a victim. Don't call the police and then start pulling out arms and doing all of that. The minute they arrive, completely go into victim mode.
Unlock your phone screen and put your finger on the green button. So if you make one move, bitch, I'm gonna have your ass surrounded.
Yeah, but see, I had a situation with the mammy mother was like, oh, think about the kids, because I called the cops on their dad. He's like, oh, you got to think about the kids. And I'm like, bitch, think about your kid. The fuck?
You are thinking about the kids when you're calling the cops.
Yeah, I'm fighting him and kicking him in the nuts. I'm like, I shouldn't be. I had to, you be so dumb with them. Fighting in the car, they trying to run you off the road. It's just terrible.
No, the minute they even raise a hand. I remember there was a guy that tried to swear at me one time. I was shocked to my core that I was like, this was via text. I was ready to call the police on his ass. The way he spoke to me over that text and he used the F word, I was so taken aback. And I feel like that's how I'm going to raise my daughters to be. No matter what, if a man, even just verbally, like it has to start with how they speak to you. It has to start with that, because I see way too many examples of Black men speaking to Black women like they're trash, using like profanity. What? I've never had that in my life outside of that one guy and the other guy that dragged me and put me on the ground. There is no way I would ever. That is so foreign to me. I don't know anything about swearing at me. You can't use the F word with me. You can't use any kind of profanity with me. And that's how I kind of have avoided violent men, because if a man can swear at you, it's only going to escalate from there. No man should ever be able to say, fucking bitch. They should never even be able to
coming.
I want to say this. You said something key. You only have girls, right? I don't want to put yourself out there. You said my daughters. I'm gonna make a point here. If you only have girls.
No, I mean my future daughters. Sorry, no.
Oh, okay. No, I just want to make a point here, because you still said that, right?
Yeah, I did.
Women with sons, we have that damn XY chromosome in us. You can go online right now and watch women with sons. We are aggressive women. We fight first. You're yelling and you're threatening us. Don't do shit to us. This is I want you to understand what you're looking at. Those are mothers with sons, no matter what race she is, that's out there fighting the bullies, fighting for her son, fighting her other sons. Because if you just study the biology, when you have sons, there's the XY, especially if you have multiple sons, you have that XY chromosome, that testosterone is in you. It's some deep shit. I go to YouTube and say mothers fighting with sons and go watch it. One woman jumped in her son. He was 6 foot, 6'3", 300 pounds. She jumped. She little, my size. She jumped in his face.
No way.
Okay? Tried to fight him because he beat up his brother. Another woman had it was 6 kids out there. She stepped up to all of them. White woman, and was like, leave my son alone, and called them the N-word and everything. And they backed off for her. I'm telling you what I'm just bringing this perspective to just to help y'all understand what's going on, because I've been studying this and I talk about this. Even myself, okay, for example, There's a woman, she has mostly daughters. When I told her that the kid's dad tried to run me off the road and all this shit, and I was mad. I came home, I kicked down the door, I was fighting him. I was just retarded, okay? I was just pissed off. But she said, girl, he tried to run you off the road, he gonna kill you. And then it hit me. I didn't think about dying. I just wanted to beat his ass. You see what I'm saying? I dropped the baby off. I have a boy. I dropped him off at daycare. I was mad as hell, walked down the block, got my stuff from the store, and I saw him on the phone crying with his mother. I said, nigga, you crying? Oh, I went retarded. I started kicking the door. I tried to beat him up. Girl, it was a mess.
Oh my God. Lord have mercy. What kind of thug we got up here? Not the thug.
I'm not a thug. No, I'm not a thug. I'm just trying to tell you, they bring that out of you. I know my next relationship, I won't do that if I have one. But what I'm trying to say is they bring that out of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Black men bring the worst out of everybody. Have you ever seen a very nice white lady that you know? As soon as she started dating a black dude, she turned into an obnoxious freak.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what the hell got into you?
And she be fighting in the street. Yeah. You notice that?
Yes, I can't deal with it. It's something that comes out the tip of that penis that turn people into animals.
They demons.
They are, I'm telling you, they demons. But every Dusty.
Sorry, y'all, to the panel. I'm just making a point, not trying to scare y'all. I'm not a thug. I'm not violent. I just had an episode. I was tired. He was on the phone with his mama,
crying, and I was the only one that has said that to me. Because for me, I've always had that mentality. Like, my mom's always been like, you know, try and be as conservative as you can. Like, try and be as this as you can. So when I remember when that guy swore at me, and it's funny because it's probably been about 5 years now since he swore at me, and I've never forgotten that. And even my best friend, she always brings that up. She's just like, oh, you remember when that guy swore at you? Can you? Because it was just so shocking to my system that even like the fact that he said, oh, you're fucking idiot. I was like, what? You are using like. And I'm really glad that I internalized that thing of like, you cannot swear at me. Because in my own household, I've never, even with my brothers, they've never sworn at me. You know what I mean? Like, I've never had that kind of thing. We've disagreed, but they don't go crazy and be violent like that. So I guess I hadn't really like figured out like what that can really be like. So I've shunned it. And I think that's what it is. I think as like-minded black women, we need to make sure that our daughters also feel the same way when it comes to things like that. Completely eradicate that. Just tell them that, listen, if a man swears at you, that's enough. He doesn't even have to put his hands.
If you are uncomfortable in any way, even if he's not cussing, if you feel uncomfortable in any way, call them boys.
911.
Exactly. Whether he's swearing, whether he's not. Call the damn police because he needs to be caged.
Yeah, I'm trying. Listen, I want to get one of these dudes up on the t-shirt. I haven't seen a protest in a while. So if you need a protest, let one of these Dusties come up. I'll get you something to protest about. I promise, because I love you like that.
Hashtag. I'm done.
Right.
Let me tell you, all the women in my family, they're married to black men for the most part. Or, you know, unfortunately, our baby mama's 2-1. And they always tell me, oh, you better date somebody else. Don't date black men. And I'm like, but y'all get divorced, then y'all break up, and then y'all find another dust bucket to marry. I'm like, have you not learned your lesson? Like,
they don't learn. They're incapable of learning.
Like, come on. I'm just like, first of all, that's why the other thing is like black women, I'm like, you have more than enough examples to just take a different street, take another road. Like, why do you have to go through certain experiences yourself? You see your fellow black women dealing with it every fucking day. Like, nobody's protecting you, nobody's taking care of your kids but you. And then when you struggle to do it, they grow up and say, you know, my mom wasn't shit. Like, but
they're special. They think they're going to get special treatment because their coochie is just a little bit tighter and wetter than yours.
And they also have a lot of dusty cousins they deal with, best friends that is a dusty, most of the time gay or bisexual. then they that want to be with them after being their friends for a while. They always are surrounded by a bunch of men and very disturbed women. They're narcissists. They have a lot of people around them that's nothing but supply, but to fulfill their insecurity constantly. Mammy's always got a crowd of people around them. They're very needy. They're very needy.
So
they need.
I just want
they're putting it off on you because they let Dusties go ahead and suck their energy dry. Once their energy is sucked dry, they come to you, and you're supposed to replenish it as a woman. But no, ma'am, you got me fucked up. You're gonna have to get those Dusties out your life.
Replenish.
But DZ, I just want to ask: are you looking to, or is it something that you would be considering to discuss, like the whole trans thing and other groups like the LGBTQ group, and like how that kind of affects Black women? Because it's definitely been, I've noticed it's been a big catalyst in a lot of
folks been showing their ass. That's what's been going on.
All of them, I would be definitely willing to discuss it. The thing is, just like we got in a situation with the Dusties because we allowed them to do this, that, and the third and made excuses for them, we did the same thing with the Alphabet Mafia.
And we can still catch it with the LGBTQ. We can still catch it.
Everybody,
the Black one is gone.
Right. Everybody that we've quote unquote helped, they've eventually put a dagger in our back. And that's why I'm like, stop helping every damn body.
Exactly.
That's also take care of yourself.
Exclusivity.
Right. They have exclusivity. Every other group does. But for us, we have to sit up here and kiss ass so we can get allies. If I have to kiss your ass, bitch, you're not an ally. That's number one.
Black women capes are always at the ready. Yep. Like, what has that literally? It's 2021. That has gotten us not a damn thing. Like I just, when the fuck are we gonna learn? Like, people are killing us, biting our fucking eyeballs out. Like,
this is it.
Take care of ourselves.
They're biting our eyeballs out. They're sitting on YouTube, completely what do you call it? Unattended. Anyway, whatever the word is, they're literally being able to sit on YouTube and make videos about Black women and call us ugly, call us manly, call us all kinds of things. They're doing the same thing on Twitter, and it's like nobody is held accountable for it at all because it's Black women. And this is where we have to really create an exclusive group for us as Black women. And I know everyone wants to create exclusive groups even within that whole sphere of Black women, but I think we need to create just a like-minded group of Black women where it's just like, it's exclusive to us and we're going to call out anybody who kind of threatens that. Everybody else does that. Everyone.
Well, we got to learn how to do that, or else we're going to remain stagnated and keep getting used. Because everybody we've helped up to this very moment have put their dagger in our back. And the number one is the Dusty. Because Black women have done so much for them. And as soon as they got a chance, they told the whole world that they hated our guts. And this is why it's I'm on zealot mode. I don't make any exceptions because I sat there for years and watched nobody go up against them the way they came up against us. It was always, let's talk about it. Let's come to the table. Let's have the conversation. Fuck the conversation. I don't want to talk to you. I'm getting ready to return the favor and let them know what we see from y'all.
Exactly. And that's the only way they will.
And they have sex with Black men. Ever. So that explains their behavior as well. Let's not forget that. We just talked about the animal you become when you have sex with them or you're intimate or with them.
Mm-hmm. They're not going to change until Black women change. I promise you that. There will be.
I don't give a shit. I don't care if they change. They don't have to change.
No, do you know what it is? Even if they, you're so right, DZ. It doesn't matter even if they change. What it is that we have to change for ourselves, and that's what. Yes. When people talk about the divested movement, it's all about dating white men and blah blah blah. I don't think it's about that. It's actually about Black women changing, not even just changing, harnessing their own power for themselves and stop giving it out for free to people who don't give a shit about you.
Yes, I'm with abandonment. I want to abandon 150%. I am not your ally. Just because I look like you, we're not gonna have an understanding. Because where were all of y'all so-called good black men when the people that knocked the ground in to start this bullshit was talking all of this shit? You kind of said, I don't agree, but you said it quietly. Nobody came out with the force that they came out. So now that we got to do it on our own, I'm not taking any prisoners.
The so-called good black men, if you ask them to speak out, all they say is, "Oh well, they don't represent the whole community of black men."
So
That's what they say, but they'll come
And they
together to
lie.
slam us all day.
They're
Yeah,
lying.
they lie.
From
That's
the
damage
pookies all the
control.
way down to the nerds, they will come together in order to slam us.
Yes, because black women need to become gender first. You understand? Because then we're going to see this problem ain't just with us. You become more gender first and you hear other women's experiences. It's the same shit. I promise you. It's the same shit with men around. Black men is the same shit.
Yep, they are the constant denominator in all of this. So, with that being said, I'm going to let everyone know that has an ear, that does American Sign Language, whatever. If they got a place for me to tell them that you ain't shit, I'm gonna let them know that you ain't shit, because that's what you did for me and mine.
Black women, we need to not just be everyone's ally just based on shits and giggles. You need to prove to me why I should waste my time and resources to help you, because we've been doing that shit for years. Like a Dusty could come in your life, he doesn't do shit for you, but he expects a woman to basically clothe and shelter him. But if it's the other way around, why does a black woman still have to prove herself to date a black man? Like
I wish I would.
Like, you gotta go. They're coming to you talking about what do you bring to the table, and I'm just like, first of all, I could hold myself together, and I'm all set. I don't need to be couch surfing or fuck somebody to sleep on somebody's bed or couch.
And
Like,
they will be the same ones who will go out of their way to diminish the black woman's image. Meanwhile, the black women are the ones that they turn around and expect to hold them up. It is literally a scam. Wake up. Like, I really want people to wake up. It's a scam. Black men are running a scam on black women.
If you go to panels and these Dusties be on this panel, they Darrell. There's a nigga called Dr. Darrell, y'all. D-Rel is this nigga name. What is the irony of that? And he claimed to be that. And then these Dusties be on their panels and these women be letting their guard down. I'll be like, y'all so dumb. Y'all don't realize they just doing damage control. That's not the point of the conversation. They even defended that trans one. Man, listen, I see it all.
Shanice Smith, to answer your question, is a dead one.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's a very good one. You can rely on him. He's not going to do any crime. He's not going to leave you with any kids. He's not going to tell people your pussy stinking, you worth $5. So yeah, a dead one.
He won't tell you that you're not high value black woman. Rate yourself from 1 to 10 either.
Yeah, right. Really?
Girl, I don't even want to be attracted. I make sure my hair look fucked up. You know, my clothes look good, but my hair be looking all over the place.
Stop them, please.
Girl, it don't.
All that bullshit they spit online. They see the same woman they clown online. Trust me, they walk up in a CVS or something, they'll take their chances. They can't help themselves.
I'm gonna stop holding the door for them, because that's the way for me. Yo, whoa, man, what's your name? What's good? You beautiful. Oh my gosh.
Oh, that actually happened at the post office the other day. I was like, Divesta would probably spit at me or something.
He was just looking for a place to
I
sleep
held
for
the door
night,
open.
I'm sure.
Oh my gosh. Yo, they are just like, they're water bugs, man. I swear
they won't go away. It's like roaches. It's like roaches, and they keep spawning. And I know who birthed them.
This is why black women with sons are hated the most. I know it, man. I see why. I really feel black women was not supposed to be producing with them way back in like the damn 50s and 60s. Was not supposed to stop. I say 70s. Women were supposed to wake up and not produce with them anymore.
I told you what I thought last live. As soon as I got off that slave ship, okay, let me go ahead and get my bed winch on because I'm not getting ready to pick this cotton with you, sir. I'm not doing it. And then if you make a plan to escape, I'm going to tell Zaddy so I can get me some cookies and some milk. How about that?
Nah, he the one who put us in slavery. I don't give a damn what
Right.
nobody.
Right.
He did this shit to us, man. He did this shit.
They don't love saying that though.
Cause you let them tell it. We were, we're the ones that betrayed them. Like this one dude who made commentary, he always said, "Oh well, all black women weren't raped during slavery time. Some went voluntarily." Okay, and
so did you, nigga. Shit.
Thank
so
you.
Did you.
When slavery was over, y'all went to the Supreme Court trying to marry these white women. So what are you talking about?
It was still in the 1800s when they did that shit. It's like, damn, you can't wait till the 1900s to tell people I ain't shit. Really?
You let them tell it. We the ones that's betraying them. Like,
right.
They keep on talking about y'all betrayed us when welfare came up. If you made money, nobody would care about the welfare. Now would they?
Okay.
They're still talking about.
They love getting wet. They love that shit. They wanted that was a BDSM scene for them with the white man. They full of shit on that shit, man.
And then they got onto all of the different, what was it, like CBS, ABC, all these different documentaries that came out about welfare. They got onto them. Oh, they're painting a really bad image of black men and blah, blah, blah. But that's what you wanted, though. You still want that now because you're still complaining about child support. Even here,
and they
in the UK,
barely pay like
guys
$300
complain
a
about
month.
child support. Even here, they pay £150 for child support at the bare minimum, and they still complain.
I know a woman who
child support here is nothing like it is in the US. Not even close. Like, you actually have to pay to file child support here. You actually have to pay the courts. I don't know how much, but you have to pay them to file child support here. So it's like, and they still complain about it. They do. They'll complain about it no matter where they are. They'll complain about it.
I know a woman who she got to do a duck hunt of where the baby father is working. The reason why I like to play chess. I said, look, this stupid ass nigga, if I put him on child support, he gonna quit his job that he worked so hard for that he can retire in at 40 years old. So what do? I had to negotiate pennies with this Negro, but I made the best out of it because I knew what was going on. And there's a lot of women like, you should have drug him to child support. I'll be like, y'all don't get it. Y'all do not get it. Y'all don't know how these men are. They will destroy everything just to give you nothing. Yep. Even a job, just to give you nothing.
I heard that's why a lot of them, well, I would never date a barber, well, not a black one especially, but they said a lot of barbers, that's why they become barbers, is because they could, accept cash as a form of payment, so they could do some bullshit to, prove that their income is like $5 a week versus the amount of money they're bringing in, just so they could basically give their kids pennies and child support.
Yeah, and there's men that help men in their child support cases and let them go down lower. These women are not aware of how the game is going, because a lot of times you call child support, it's nothing but black men answering the phone, and they sound aggravated as hell. And it's like, it's just, to me, it's not worth none of it. Just get what you can. If the children, see, this is how I think. If I don't never have to pay for Christmas, I don't have to cook for Thanksgiving anyway, but if I don't have to pay for Christmas, if they provide for them, meaning, his mom and family and stuff, what the hell, why complain about it, plus whatever money he paid, and he still pay the bills? I got to take what I can get and make the best out of it for myself. Mm-hmm. You understand? Yeah. It's like, he should give you more. I'm like, you know what? I'm not worried about that. I'll ask for more in another month or so and just see how that works out. You got to move slow with them. You got to play chess.
Well, it's trying to get blood from a turnip with it because they don't have shit.
No, he got money. He's just a selfish bastard, cheap ass bastard.
Man,
but most of them, they really don't have anything. That's why they complain about
right.
Even $100 a freaking month, and they're like, "Oh, this bitch is taking all my money." I'm like, $100 really setting you back that much a month?
That's all your money.
Oh, you know what? They got their habits. They spend like $100 on weed. They gotta have their liquor and beer. You know what I'm saying? They do have their habits. They don't even spend their money wisely. Even if they got money, it be women with men that are in good careers, like 6 figures and shit. They go through the same shit with these black men. It's crazy.
Yeah, my dad was a 6-figure man. Like I said this on the last live. My dad was a 6-figure man, and he had to pay my mom child support. He had to pay her $600 in child support a month, and he was a 6-figure man.
And that's the number I'm going to ask for next, because I technically get 300, but I'm going to start asking for that number. You see what I'm saying? And he can pay it, but I have to wait before I can even ask for it. You know, it's crazy.
It's so oh god, I'd be so embarrassed for these people. I'm like, and they be online talking all this shit. I'm like, dude, it's not that deep. Like my friend, he paid for his kid's school. Like her daycare was like $1,600 or $1,200 a week, and he had to pay child support on top of that. And then men online are talking about wait, why the fuck are men paying for their kids' college? Like you're an adult. And I'm just like, wait, you think once a kid turned 18, that's it? You just cut the money off that you were barely given in the first place? Like good parents take care of their children. Like it's so embarrassing.
They are.
Only a black man would complain about paying for their child's college. I'm sorry for whoever I interrupted. My bad.
No, you're right. They don't get, because listen, y'all. They don't give a damn about nobody, themselves, they kids, they family, you or any black woman, anybody. They don't give a damn.
They were the most important person in their family. You got to remember that. Now, when because they were a man, they were protected. Now he's out on his own making all these bastards, and he has to put somebody in front of him, and he is uncomfortable with that because he's first. He's always been first.
Divested. You just made there was a white woman that actually just kicked her live-in Dusty out because he cheated on her because their baby was getting all the attention.
I saw that. I think I saw that.
Oh my god, what?
Yeah, she was like, she put him on camera and everything. If you want to see it, go on Sinji's channel because she got the videos. I don't know where else to find it but on hers. But yeah, like she had him on camera and everything. Like, why are you cheating on me? Oh well, our baby was born and he was getting more attention than me, and so you cheated on her for being a good mother.
That's embarrassing. Hold up,
a whole white woman, their whole preference.
Yeah, they're not going to treat anybody good. They can't. They're incapable. If they're 50 years old, please believe me, you're looking at a 50-year-old toddler. That's all it is.
They are disturbed.
And then
his ex Maria, that's not bad. Depending on how many children it is, it's not bad. Wow.
And then what's her name? Tanya TKO gonna start a dating service. So black men can go to other countries.
Y'all make me sick.
I'm
gonna tell you, y'all make me sick. Y'all letting this woman read tarot cards to y'all. Y'all just playing now.
Wait, what's going on?
Hold on, you reading tarot cards?
I'm offended.
Y'all letting this woman read tarot cards to y'all. I'm done.
Wait, hold up.
Tanya TKO is flipping cards. I'm offended. I'm so offended.
It's like, okay, somebody just need a friend at this point. That girl, she is not qualified to do that. Okay? Y'all letting her read tarot cards. When I saw that, you know how YouTube will give you, what they think you want to watch. When I saw she was reading cards to people, first of all, I thought it was ridiculous when I saw the book signing. I'm like, okay, go ahead, Mark Twain. But now she flipping cards. Y'all, I told y'all I'm calling the police on y'all.
It's okay because see, I'm a tarot reader, so I'm gonna tell you this what I know. If you ain't about your life that you live in, she gonna fuck up her life doing that. You can't be doing spiritual work like that, trying to help people, because that's what you're doing, right? And then you out there saying shit that's not right, you're gonna have to pay the consequences of that. So she better be.
Like, I don't know what's up with her, honestly. Like one breath, this is why I stopped watching her videos, because for like a week straight, she was talking about some divest and all this other stuff. And then she started going off into this tangent about black men and this, that, and the third. Like she really want one. Girl, go get you one. That's all these trips you take.
It's not hard to, and she got the look. They'll snatch her up.
And like she keep on telling us, oh, well, just go to a different country and get one. All them trips that you take to Africa and they still don't want you.
And
The tarot card.
She got a dusty aura to me. I don't like her aura.
Well, the tarot card should have told her that. The tarot card should have told her that she wasn't gonna get no man, y'all.
Girl,
like
it's getting late, so I'm starting to act silly. Y'all gotta ignore me.
It's like I don't get how y'all, not y'all, but like people be watching these people. I'm like, can't y'all just look at them and see like what's going on? Like, I just couldn't get with her, and when these people start toting the fence, and I'm like, I need like divested is very cut and dry. I see where she's at. Like these other people, they're trying to seem like they're pleasing everybody, and at the core, they still don't want to like offend Black men at the core of it. And I'm just like, nah.
And that's what it is. That's why. But DZ, you said that before. You've actually said that I'm not for everybody, and a lot of people are going to find me very extreme in terms of what it is that they want. But I'm not going to filter myself for them. And I think I've always respected you for that. And that's actually why I followed. Yeah.
I think, who got the feedback? Sound like they over there juggling again.
Mermaid.
Mermaid.
That wasn't me.
No, it might be me. I was scratching my neck as I was talking, so maybe my
I can admit to what I'm eating.
Next thing y'all know, y'all gonna see a channel called the Divested Mammy, because they all over the place.
Exactly, like they talk about some divest, yet they're all up in the comment section, man stroking Black men. Well, which one is it? What do you want?
Thank you.
But yeah, I think for you, DZ, you're very clear on what it is that you do, and that's not criticism to anybody else. But I genuinely feel like for you, you're very clear on what it is that you're doing and the message that you're trying to put out there, and that is, I think, why people are gravitating towards you so quickly.
Yeah, I'm pulling up with. I appreciate that. I'm pulling up with the black van and taking Black women out of Blackistan. Let's go. Just start there.
And mind you, I'm not even in the US, and I can relate to your message on a deep level, even outside of me not even being in the US. So, you know.
Yeah, because they like that. They have so many similarities that you can do it from any country. Because if you see a Black dude, and I don't care where you standing at, he getting ready to come with some bullshit, some psychopath bullshit.
And you know what? I'm in the UK, but I feel like the French girls, the Black French girl, the Black girls in France, from the Franco nations in West Africa, most of them are like Franco. They can relate to your message even more because their men are even worse than the ones that we have in the UK. The ones in the UK that we have, the Black British men, are so compromised. It's ridiculous. Like I
don't ever see Black men with Black women. Whenever I see people in the UK, they're always the Black men in UK are divested as fuck.
I've never seen them with a Black woman ever. Yeah,
like they're there. You know, there's one particular guy, right, that we've known him. I've known him since I was like 18, and he's a really good looking guy. And he's Nigerian. He's a British Nigerian guy. And oh my gosh, if you see the kind of women that he dated, his baby mother is like India-Ari. She's like an India-Ari. He married a white girl recently. So yeah, he basically, and between that, he just went from grade to grade to grade until he got to the white girl.
Oh, he took it in stages, huh?
He took it in stages, and his mom is like a beautiful Black woman. Like, just so he always posts pictures of her. I'm like, I would love to know the psyche of this auntie and how she feels about her son not wanting to choose a woman that looks like her and choosing a woman that looks completely the other way. Which is
it's the same thing going on in the Snoop Dogg household. Have y'all seen those grandchildren?
Exactly.
Yes, like the thing is that we don't have to do anything. Black mothers single. I am a childless Black woman, and I get blamed.
This is it. Me too.
I am childless.
I get blamed,
and it's my
for all
fault.
Kinds of shit.
I made it out my teens. I'm not a single mom or none of that. I'm out here living right, and it's still my fault.
And
because somewhere down the line they sure you had some abortions or something. They gonna blame something.
Oh, it's this woman that posted that made a post. It was this woman that made a post that she was 29, no kids. You know, she was a bartender. She was basically looking for a love connection, something like that. This dude reposted it, and then in the comments, all you see is, "Oh, I bet her room is a graveyard for the dead homies." Why she need to have abortion? She ain't on birth control.
No. Let me even say this, right? Even if she had an abortion, so what? That's
Period.
what gets me.
Because
Even
we evil if we have
an
abortions.
abortion,
They literally call us evil bitches.
yeah. If you have an abortion, you're evil. You should never. Do you know what? Even if you have an abortion for a Dusty who is sitting in jail today, they will still call you everything under the sun. It's so crazy.
They hate us, man. That's something that the babies are not understanding. You don't realize you are embracing something that hates you because you hate yourself and you hate being a woman.
Truth
Because
be
only a
told,
woman. Mm-hmm.
truth be told, they hate the mammies the most. Because
They don't want them.
no, they don't.
Yep.
They don't.
They want us, actually.
They want us, yeah.
Yeah,
is
they're
really
doing all this stuff not to be
They
picked.
actually
It's
want
hilarious.
us. In reality.
Don't fall for it, y'all. Whoever thinking about it, don't fall for it. I'm not an empath or a tarot card reader, but don't fall for it because I know at least one person thought of it.
Yeah.
Don't do
That's
it.
the thing. They're
Not me.
flattered by it, but it's actually not flattering. Them wanting us is not flattering. They only
It's
want us because
disrespect.
they're trying to prove a point that even them bitches over there who are making all that noise and blah blah blah, they're just it's a conquest. It's like a caveman contest. Do not fall for that shit at all.
They don't have anything to compete with. It's a trip that they're doing that, but you don't have anything to compete with. Y'all are familiar with totem poles, those tiki poles. They are the concrete that's holding up the pole. They're so low on the totem pole. How are you competing, sir? You don't have anything. You can't build anything. You hate your children. You hate your mother's image. You haven't got an education, and every other word out of your mouth is victimhood. So no, last thing you're
Because they're
thinking about is
speaking
coochie.
sexually.
They don't even try. It's like it's so again, it's just so damn embarrassing. I used to work for a company, a construction company, and my bosses used to get so upset because they wanted like people in the neighborhood, well, specifically men, because all you had to do was go to a program, they'll pay for it. It was like a 2-day program, so you could get specific licenses to operate machinery, and they offered that program for free so that men could get the opportunity to work. And let me tell you, the bare minimum, and mind you, they would provide you with breakfast and lunch. They'll pay you for your time, and then when you first start working, you start out at about probably $900 to $1,000 a week. And even with all that, basically somebody handing you a good career, they still didn't do it. You had women who used to come up to my job with a man and was filling out applications for them. That shit was so freaking embarrassing. Or they'll come up, fill out the application while the man is in the car. And I was
it's
just
like
oh my God.
they don't want to
just
do
couldn't.
nothing. And back where I grew up, this girl, a girl I went to high school with, who graduated a year after me. Her daddy got out of prison, and she taking this man from different tip agencies to get a job. This is a grown ass man in the passenger side of his daughter's car, going from job to job, trying to get a job.
So
They take
embarrassing.
on the mule archetype so easily. They're born to do it. They're born to. You got your daddy on your back, sis. For real. Y'all take a look at this. Briscoe XO says, wow, this whole defund the police made LA shut down their sex crime unit. In
Oh, hell
Blackistan,
no.
that's the last unit that needed to be shut down. That's the
Wow.
last unit. They could have shut down the homicide unit because all them niggas do is kill each other. But the sex crime unit, that needs to be open. As
Oh
much
yeah.
that goes on there.
You
Oh
see
no,
who defunded?
California is so
Who
liberal.
did that help? The funded police. Who's that helping? Who the hell is that helping? Not black women. Again, as usual, we jump up behind these men talking about some defund this, defund that. If the men in our community was actually protecting us, that would be fine, but they're not. You literally have one person that's protecting you, and you're talking about defund them.
Like, the sex crimes is so high with Black people, and they want the sex crime unit gone, y'all. I don't know.
Exactly.
I don't know.
And like, it's so bad that this one man who's married to a Black woman literally said that she deserved to get raped. Because ever since I've been divested and, watching your lives and big talk and all of that, I'm just like, I started getting suggested these videos. And on one of these videos, this man literally laughed at his wife being raped. And then when she finally came into frame and I looked at her, y'all, she has like very big bags under her eyes. She looked very stressed out. She looked very tired. And I just imagine, because if he's talking about you this way in front of this camera, laughing at your rape, I can only imagine what the hell is going on in that house. Because she looks so bad by the face.
That's sad.
Oh, she
That's
looked
really
terrible.
sad. Oh my God.
Wow.
And she co-signed it. She said, yeah, I deserved it. I came from the club in a short dress and I was getting an overnight bag to go have sex with a man. Yeah, but that sex was going to be consensual. It doesn't matter what you was finna go do.
You can be butt ass naked. If you said no, you said no.
Like, who the hell? And she's still married to that? Get the hell out of here.
Yes, they've been together for what? About 20 years? Yes, she is still married to this man. After she was sitting right there when he was laughing and joking and saying, yeah, I could see why she got raped, because she had on a short dress with her ass all out and she was finna go get a bag to go have sex with another man. He's laughing. He's literally giggling. He's tickled at the thought of his wife being raped, and she's sitting right next to him. I couldn't believe what I saw.
They're turned on by that shit. That's why they talk about slavery so much, because they're turned on by it. And women are thinking they're talking about slavery to tell a sad story. Their dicks are getting hard. They love talking about getting whipped and bug breaking and the bed wench and all this kind of shit. They love it.
Yeah, because you don't know how right you are. Like that one woman that went viral on Twitter because she said every Black man she ever had sex with wanted her to call them a nigger in bed.
A white woman
like
who's
a slave
BDSM.
and all of that.
I know a white woman that her profession is BDSM, and she said Black men wanted her to do that, and she said she did not feel comfortable doing that, and because she's a white woman, she didn't feel comfortable doing that, and she supported other Black women in the sex industry as well. Real sweet person, but she told me that. I was not surprised.
Yeah, and men and Black men were like, let's make her go viral, let's share her, let's go follow her, because she don't know how what they say. She was like, yeah, it drives us crazy, we love it, all this other stuff. Like, they're co-signing her, and I am horrified. This was right before I divested, and I'm looking at all of this stuff, and I was absolutely horrified.
Yeah, I encourage my daughter to not look at anything with Black people. On I keep her watching anime, whatever. I monitor. I stay out of it. They're not on my Instagram. They're not interested, because they're traumatizing. Today I heard something about Jaguar Wright, and I was just like, oh gosh.
What happened with her?
Her son was supposed to have got raped by somebody, and she told, and then the mammy on the phone was like, oh, she shouldn't have told, and this and that. I was like, oh my gosh, that type of shit.
Mammies, do y'all like that? You can have rough sex and it can be consensual. You don't have to protect rapists. I mean, come on.
Yeah, like you can have rough sex with somebody and let it be consensual, but the last thing I'm gonna do is protect somebody that raped me. No. The only reason why one of my rapists is dead and the statute of limitations ran out. There's nothing I can do about him walking around.
And just to put it on record, this particular person that I chit-chat with that had called me, I wasn't aware of how much of a mammy she was. You gotta remember, they be slipping by. You gotta, before you recognize, oh shit, this is a mammy. I just discovered mammy word, by the way. Like this year, I just discovered what the mammy was, and now I know how to identify it.
We have a Dusty, as usual.
Tell by the picture.
He says, Black men, where you at? where they're not at work. They're not at work. They're at the bottom of the totem pole, or they're in Kevin Samuel's chat. Now, let me tell you this. Like I tell all Dusties, we don't have any money here, sir. We don't have anybody for you to rob or rape or any of that kind of stuff. So nice having you, but you got to go, okay? With your stupid ass.
Go pay your child support.
Word.
Working off the books.
This is what they put effort
Or
into.
argue about not paying it.
My thing is, why is y'all in here? Like, damn. Y'all literally make y'all money talking bad about us, downing us, disrespecting us, and then you gotta come up in here.
Because it's free. It doesn't take much brain work. They don't have to use their brain. Well, they don't have resources to use. They're probably on their mama's Wi-Fi. So, I mean, this is all they could do is go on YouTube comment section and harass Black women.
I just want to know why on God's green earth I see so many more Black men who complain, cry, bitch, moan about child support than any other group of men. Why? Why is that?
Because they don't believe in family. It's a lie.
Literally.
They don't believe in it. It's a lie.
They don't even,
oh yeah, but we're the downfall of the Black family, though.
We're in the 21st century. At least believe in supporting your children. The children that you purposely lay down, took off a condom, or just didn't use one at all to create. It's not hard. It's not hard.
It's not. And let me tell you something. I know somebody that did not have a good father. Not being an active parent in your child's life is a choice. And they stay choosing the easy way out. And let me tell you, this person I know, college educated, works in corporate America, takes care of his family. And let me tell you what, he got a second job because he wanted to work on some extra stuff in the house. He could have easily probably made his wife take the reins and cover it, but he doesn't do that. He's like, I want to do this extra thing, so I'm getting an extra job, so the money that I make to take care of my family is not affected in any way, shape, or form. And you have these men out here complaining about $200 a month, $100 a month in child support. Like, and it's like, y'all be online
They're
just
sick.
saying this shit. It's embarrassing.
They're sick. They're literally sick in the head, and they do it everywhere. I remember there was one of my friends here who found out about his daughter when she was like, 2 years old? Did the DNA, found out she was his, and then he was like, he already had a son at the time who was kind of around the same age. And then he was just like, oh yeah, I've always known him to look after his son, that he's not been an absent father or anything like that. And he ended up looking after the little girl, and then the girl was just like, the woman that he had the daughter by, she was like, I just want something in stone because it's been really difficult looking after her by myself all this time, so I just want to make sure that I have something in stone. And then when they did because child support here is like really bad, so she got like £150 a month, which is about $200, $215 a month there. And he was just like, well, I don't know why she did that, because she could have gotten so much more out of me. I was like, she did that because she was probably afraid that you weren't going to look after your child like the vast majority of these men, because most of them are not, you little baby fathers are not on any kind of official payroll. So, she wanted to make sure she was going to get her money. And he was just like, well, that's all she's going to get now. I'm not going to bother giving her any more. And I'm like, but that's your child. Why would you even be so spiteful to be like, oh, I'm not going to give her any more over that?
Almost every bill I have in my house is more than $200 a month, except for my gym membership.
Exactly.
$200 a month ain't shit. And it depends on what me and my husband are eating during the week. You probably couldn't feed us with them stupid ass $200. $200 don't go as far as it did back in the day. The fuck they talking about?
Don't you spend more on lunch?
I want to say this was about 5 years ago, but even then, yeah, you're right. You're right, DZ. you're absolutely right. At the end of the day, for him to be like, oh, well, she's shooting herself in the foot because I can give the child so much more. I'm like, if you can give the child so much more, then give the child so much more, even above
Exactly.
what the court is requiring you to give. What the hell is wrong with you?
Y'all, we have talked about the sociopath, the psychopath. Y'all knew they were psychopaths, though, right? I kind of figured that I was being redundant, but goddamn it, let me tell you something. They match. If you had a degree as a psychiatrist, you could literally diagnose 99.9% of Black men with being a psychopath, and that, my friends, is fucking ridiculous.
You're absolutely right.
I know.
It's crazy.
Yep, I know my kids. I don't even like to use the word father, but sperm donor. I know he is psychopath. I just recently had an episode with him, and I was like, he not coming back in my house no more. This nigga's
he almost turned you into a psychopath. Psychopathy is very contagious, by the way.
Yeah. And that's the first time I let him in, to see the kids, the boys are misbehaving. And I'm like, yo, they can't even parent. They can't even
Absolutely, they cannot. Absolutely, they cannot. Because I've seen it firsthand. They can absolutely not parent at all. If anything, the most that you should be trying to get out of them is financial compensation. If you're trying to get parenting out of them, please don't do that. Because the vast majority of that caliber, they're not going to give your children anything that is viable for them to go into the future as functional adults. Don't ever.
Exactly. Yeah, like women, I've seen and heard stories about women like taking their men off child support because, the guy basically told them some BS. And I'm like, take the compensation. Like, I'm sorry. Him coming around, what the hell is he going to really teach the kid? Like, half these men are just straight up trash. Like,
they so fucking stupid. They couldn't even teach somebody how to be a Dusty, honestly. It's in their blood.
I have sat amongst them, though, especially even if it's other races, this guy that's amongst them, so they trash too. And they do nothing. They sit so close to each other and be smoking. It's just disturbing. Really? And what's even deep is if mothers are not careful with sons, man, I can even see young boys fall into the same behavior. Like one little boy, my daughter had a crush on. I shut that down. Her son, with these boys were sitting all close to each other, and I think the son was laying down, and the mother was like, "Oh, why don't you give him a kiss?" And she said it jokingly, and I'm like, "Yo, I think this son is really gay." I think that boy really, you making jokes, but I don't think I would have been okay as a mother to see something like that. But see, that's the thing too. See, boys are encouraged to play with boys, but people don't. You got to understand what boys are. Boys are very sexual and touchy. Women they're just stupid. Like it's to me, it's very interesting the dynamics of how they're demons. They're demons. I hate to say it. I'm sorry if I sound all over the place, but that's what I'm pretty much trying to say about them, man.
Why you hate to say it? You hate telling the truth. It's the truth.
They demons, man, and they're so prone. If you just sit down with them, he's prone to eventually fucking snap. He has that in him.
It's this comment that has me dying by Bridge Burner because it's so accurate.
Bridge Burner is off the damn chain. Off the chain. It's the truth, though. It sounds like those legal commercials with them slip and fall lawyers. Have you been hurt? Have you birthed one of these monsters? Been in a relationship or situationship with one of these monsters? You're entitled to compensation. Call me at 1-800-DustPan, bitch.
Yeah.
Y'all.
Sorry
about that, Harmony. I'm so sorry.
Sorry to hear that's Harmony. Sorry.
Oh
yeah, they're just. I watched my aunt, who was on drugs, and at the time they called it prostitute and all this stuff, and she kept birthing babies because she wanted a girl. I'm so glad she didn't have one, and she kept having these boys, and I watched their behavior And I do understand why some men be like, boys need their daddy. Listen, I'm gonna be real with you, okay? Mother with sons, sometimes I do want to just give them to their father. Just go take them. It gets like that sometimes.
Being a mother to Black kids in general can be exhausting, very exhausting, because really it's a one-sided thing, and anything that happens with the kids is going to be your fault regardless. Even if they live with the father, it's going to be your fault if they're fucked up in any way.
Oh, they never blame the father for anything. Accountability and them don't mix.
I have heard Black men tell me stories, like just on my show or something. One was saying he worked at a barbershop, and his son and the other son that the woman had by another man, they didn't have problems with that son, but they had problems with his son. Mind you, this dude is on crack. Okay, long story, right? And he a barber. Okay, he said his son came in there acting up on him and he had to beat his ass. But I'm like, then you the problem. That's your gene and your DNA. If your son is the one acting up and the other son is not even behaving like that, that means he's the demon that they trying to get the hell out the house.
True. Y'all, I'm fixing to jump from up here. Okay. It's been 2 hours. Time flies when I'm up here with y'all. And again, people in the chat, ladies in the chat with y'all fine asses, you can click the link whenever you feel like it. Don't be embarrassed. Don't be shy. We don't know you, girl, but we support you. So, any closing remarks, beautiful women?
No, just a constant reminder to divest. And they are
I love your
psychopaths.
Facebook page.
Yeah.
Loved it. It was just another great live, and I really hope that a lot of women, no matter where you are really taking in this message, because trust me, a lot of us are out here suffering. Some of us are out here cleaning dishes for people and their girlfriends up in his house, and they're cooking and cleaning and not cooking up after themselves. Sorry, I'm really getting personal here, but yeah, it's just one of them. It's just one of them things. Make sure that you're not in a situation where your parents have put you in a situation where you have male siblings who are able to do what they want to do, and you're the one that has to pick up after them. That's all I'm saying.
Y'all take a look at the comment section again. I'm glad there's still 300 and something people in here. I want you to take a look at what they do with their lives. This nigga got 648 goddamn accounts. He sat here from beginning to end. Okay. All he wants to know is if he has a chance with any one of you. Okay. He's feeling lonely. He's broke and looking for a sponsor. So, Dusty with no job, you didn't have to tell us you don't have a job. We got you. Okay. Don't come back. I don't want to say nothing nasty to you because you look like you on the spectrum a little bit. But don't bring your ass back here next time. All right? Bitch ass. Anyway, I love y'all. I'm fixing to jump up off of here. Y'all come see me next time.
We will. Thank you, DC.
Right,
It was
invested.
great.
So
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, ladies.